Are you always tense to watch a movie made from a book that you loved? Are you always on your edge looking for some change in the plot that the director had to make and in doing so ruin the entire essence of the book? Then you are in for a treat. Cause The White Tiger is not that kind of movie, and although the director has taken some critical creative liberty, it actually goes down smoothly. The main essence of the story is intact. For those who haven't read the book yet, let me narrate the basic storyline. Balaram Halwai is a successful entrepreneur in Bangalore who has quite a dark history. He comes from a place that is referred to as the darkness. In the book, that is Bihar. Although being the brightest student in his class and getting the title of White Tiger from the school inspector, he is forced out of school to work in the local tea stall, because his family could not pay back the money they had borrowed from the local moneylender. Then after some years, he learns to drive and becomes a chauffeur to their village landlord, driving one of his sons, Mr. Ashok. From then on, this story goes on to become much darker. This Mr. Ashok has recently returned from America with his wife Pinky and is still struggling to cope with life in India. On top of that, he is given the responsibility to bribe politicians in Delhi to get out of an income tax charge upon their family's coal business. Mr. Ashok seems to be the richer embodiment of Balaram. Like Balaram, he hates what he's doing but still keeps on doing the thing to serve his family. On the broader side, the movie is a social commentary between the far-wide disparity between the very highs and the very lows of the Indian society. We see exploitation of people in the village by the moneylender and his son. In Delhi, this exploitation is highlighted by contradictions. For example, the contradiction between the large, clean, cozy apartment of Mr. Ashok and the tiny cockroach-infested room of Balaram in the basement. But apart from all that, the main plot of the story revolves around the rooster school. Now, what is rooster school? Well, according to the movie, it is a system which is prevalent only in India. In this system, the master can blindly rely on the faithfulness of his servants no matter how big the task is or how much money is involved. The servant would never cheat. It also talks about the mindset of the servants in India. They believe that their masters are like gods and their only duty is to serve them no matter what. The point that is made in the movie when Balaram rushes to open the car door for Ashok each time, although the latter said it was fine, or when he cleans the bloodstains from off the car and feels happy about it, happy to serve his master in the most difficult time. He even signs the paper, although afraid, but without any resistance, acknowledging that he was driving the car alone on the night it hit a person on the street, full well knowing that he might end up in jail for this. Just like a rooster, which can see and smell the blood and know that they are next, yet they don't rebel. They don't try to get out of the coop, just like most people in India. According to Balaram, if you keep the key of emancipation on their hand, they will just throw it back at you with a curse. It is this mindset that is tested in the movie. Will Balaram be able to break away from the rooster scoop? If yes, then how? The movie also showcases the social structure which makes the rooster scoop so successful, and that why it is not just the rich that is responsible for the exploitation, but people from one's own family and one's own stature too lends a hand. We see Balaram's father toiling on his rickshaw day and night, earning for his family and eventually dying out of tuberculosis. And after that, his brother Kishan is also trapped into marriage and into this vicious cycle of hand-to-mouth existence. The story is narrated pretty much the same way as it is narrated in the book, which I would say is very much filmy, but with one minor change. The correspondence happens through emails. So let us first talk about the things that are not so commendable. Almost after 15 minutes into the movie, the first thing that hits you is the language. When Balaram talks to Mr. Ashok and they talk for the first time, he suddenly breaks out in English. I think that the talk between a house help and the employee in India and in a movie should be in the local language, considering the setting of course. You cannot call somebody in India half-baked when he's talking in fluent English. Here, anyone speaking in English either had the opportunity of good education or is a city dweller. But in this case, it is uncanny to see a tea stall worker from some remote village suddenly speaking up in English. We have seen Rajkumar Rao struggle with accents before. Much like Ometa, here too the American accent seems deliberate and forced upon. I don't know why he should have an accent in the first place. If you want to see the real play of language in a movie, then you should see the movie Sir, directed by Rohin Agira. There the use of 3 different languages, English, Hindi and Marathi, is portrayed beautifully. Now the best part of watching a movie where the lead is relatively a new actor is that you watch a talent unfold. Adarsh Gourav is that talent. He hooks you up to the screen and never lets you move your eye lest you miss something. There is simply no word for the dialogue delivery and the North Indian accent is perfect, although I am not a genius about Hindi accent. And the expressions, which forms a crucial part in portraying the inner conflict between the character. On one hand, Balaram's anger to be stuck as a servant and on the other, his inner instinct to serve his master is portrayed brilliantly. Rajkumar Rao suffers the brunt of a side actor this time. It is only natural to wish more when Rajkumar Rao is on the screen, and frustrating when the script limits it. And as I have told you already, he has a problem with the accent. Although he tries his best, but still the accent sounds way more annoying, overshadowing the act. But Priyanka Chopra as Pinky Madam is amazingly perfect. An accent for her is breeze. Even her character is made way more important than it is in the book. The rest of the cast too has done a commendable job. Especially Mahesh Manjrekar and Vijay Maurya as the cold, cruel father and son duo landlord is perfect. But at last I would like to add that although the direction, set and costumes are great, and owing to the inherent spirit of the story, everything goes on perfectly. But still, the cinematography could not capture the authenticity and rawness of the Indian society that we're accustomed to see in movies such as The Gangs of Wasseypur or Sir, for example. The aspect that Slumdog Millionaire could achieve, but others such as The Life of Pi and most recently The Suitable Boy could not. Especially in The Suitable Boy, where we know it is India, but still seems faintly counterfeit. That, I would say, is my biggest complaint with the film. Not so much important maybe, but still. So if you found the video helpful, please leave a like and comment in the comment box. And as always, thank you for watching.